What's going on, all you crime fans out there? Your two favorite Tom Hardy impressionists are back tonight, and we're here on the rough streets of New York City, and there's a bad drug deal that just went down, and only one man can make things right. Uncle Logan, I'm talking about you. Introduce it.
Today we're talking about Havoc. That's right, a brand new Netflix film starring Uncle Tom here, and directed by Gareth Evans and written by Gareth Evans. Of course, we know him from Gangs of London, but this time around, Netflix crime drama. Tom Hardy himself playing a detective, dealing with the criminal underworld, essentially drugs, politician's son. It's just a lot of copy and pasted stuff I've seen in about 1,000 other movies. And the best way
Yeah.
of putting it right from the get-go, basically throughout the film, it's like the Walmart version of like John Wick, I felt like.
That's how I felt too. You're not wrong about that, sport. Definitely felt that too. This felt thrown together, really. It takes all those elements, like you mentioned, that, make an interesting film, but it just felt rushed and, unbelievable, really. It just kind of throws you right into the action right from the get-go. You get this scene with the semi that's being chased by the cops, and then you have these people in the back of the semi. They open the door and they're like throwing the washing machines and stuff out the back of the doors, and it's landing on cop cars. The cop cars are flipping. Yeah, you find out there's a big drug deal. Something went wrong, and it takes you into the criminal underworld. It involves a politician's son. It has all these elements that we've seen before in all the other movies, all these other criminal movies. And then you have Tom Hardy, of course, playing this detective. You see him at the beginning buying like a Christmas present at like a bodega in New York for his kid. You can tell he hasn't really been home or spent a lot of time with the kid. He's just grabbing the last minute Christmas present. He's going to take it to his kid. And the story kind of goes from there. He gets involved in this drug deal, went wrong, and he comes to find out that some other detectives that he's been in line with before are involved, and he has to kind of, go on an ass kicking spree as we expected. And that's really why we watch this, to see the action scenes and see Gareth Evans direct Tom Hardy and watch the action scenes. And we do get some of those, with the nightclub, a big shootout, and Tom Hardy just over the top beating everybody's ass, and a brutal, brutal fight.
Why is there always this big like action scene at a nightclub on a Wednesday at midnight or 1, 2 o'clock in the
Right.
morning? Always
Yeah.
packed and like
Yeah.
EDM and everything. I'm like, I noticed it in this movie. I'm like, why is that always like that in these new action movies? I know John Wick does it, and
Yeah.
all the action movies, but I really noticed it in this movie. I'm like, this is so unbelievable because these people are taking about 100 rounds. And there's like like falling it. It's just like dancing to the music. The music going in the background just completely unbelievable, and it really made me laugh out loud and notice kind of the flaws of the
Yeah.
movie. Not to mention all the terrible CGI in this movie. The cities, everything looked fake in the background,
Yeah.
except they're actually like in a club or something inside a building. But
Mhm.
everything in the cities just looked like, hey, I'm walking in front of a green screen.
Yeah. It really
Totally
did.
took
I noticed that right away too. You're right.
totally took me out of the movie like 10 minutes in. So I'm like, okay, this is not gonna be it's gonna be off to a rough start here, and it didn't get any better from there.
This felt like a direct to video Tom Hardy's film here on Netflix. Something to throw on and watch, but yeah, not a lot of depth to it at all. It's kind of predictable. You've seen this story before. You have a great cast here. You have some big A-listers. Timothy Oliphant here, Forrest Whitaker, and Gareth Evans. You have a lot of talent here. It just seems like they didn't focus on the story and didn't flesh it out. It was more for the action scenes. They figured they could put the weight on Tom Hardy's shoulders here. And while there are some cool scenes, yeah, it just all feels over the top and unbelievable. And you don't feel anything for the characters in this. They really didn't flesh them out. You don't really care too much what goes on. You're not invested in these characters' lives at all. They kind of thrust you into the story with Forrest Whitaker's son being kidnapped. You don't feel anything there. So when something does threaten the families, it's like, okay, all right, well, show me some action. You don't have any investment in the story. So without that, the movie just feels kind of hollow. Has a couple cool action scenes, but nothing memorable. This is a really unfortunately forgettable movie.
I would definitely have to agree with you on that, my man. I was, checking my watch, my phone throughout the movie. I think it took me a few days to finish it. It's like what, almost like 2 hour movie, which is never a good sign. But yeah, it just felt like everything was rushed. There's no character development, people you care about. I love Tom Hardy. I watch whatever, anything he's in. But yeah, this is definitely not necessarily his fault. I think a lot of just overall the movie, the writing, and just a lot of the copy and pasted and other stories and action movies we've seen over and over again just
Hmm.
felt really hollow and unoriginal. So even Tom Hardy couldn't save this movie, and it's unfortunate. Timothy Olyphant, I love, of course, Forrest Whitaker, some big stars here, but yeah, just everything going on with this movie just didn't make sense and seemed like a lot of people phoned it in too. So Havoc is definitely a movie we wouldn't recommend. It's currently streaming on Netflix, but I'm gonna give Havoc, I'm gonna give it a 2 out of 5 Tom Hardy hair pieces.
And I'm going to give Havoc a 2.5 out of 5 Forrest Whitaker hair pieces.
Whoa, those boys didn't like that film. So
No.
interested from hearing all it from you out there have watched Havoc on Netflix. What did you like about it? What didn't you like about it? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to stamp, subscribe. Also check out these wild ghouls on Facebook, X, and Instagram, and our website, Cinephellas.com, for the latest, greatest TV, movie news and reviews.
So unfortunately, a Tom Hardy movie that we didn't really enjoy. There's a lot of other ones to enjoy from Uncle Tom there. And, while it's forgettable, that's all right. You can't always find a movie that we're both going to like. And this one, we both agreed that it just wasn't that good, unfortunately. Had a lot of talent involved, and just they felt like they didn't put their heart and souls into this. Felt like they kind of just put one together. And you could find this one in the bargain bin. So, with that being said, thank you guys for watching our review of Havoc. Let us know in the comment section what you guys think of Havoc. And also, please check out all our other reviews. We review a lot of shows, movies, and video games. And we're going to be doing that all summer long here on the Cinephellas YouTube channel. So stay tuned to this here channel all summer long for the latest and greatest in TV movie news and reviews.
So that's about it for this movie review for Cinefellas. I am Logan Myers. That's my good man over there.
And I'm Henry Hill. Cheers!
Cheers!